Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome back to another flight on the Learjet 25. Today we're going to be flying Central America, North America. Our North American tour that I called that brought us all the way back to Central America already. But we're going back. We're going back home. This is the first leg going back home. Today we're going to be flying out of Panama Pacifico, to be more precise. They have two airports there, Pacifico being one of them. So we're going to be flying out of Panama Pacifico to Jamaica, Montego Bay. On my way in, I don't remember if I streamed or not that particular flight, but I flew out of Kingston to Panama Pacifico. Now on the way back, we're going to visit Montego Bay instead of Kingston. So let's get going. Once again, we're going to be flying Xtreme prototypes Learjet 25 V3 using our RXP Garmin GNSS 530 WAS enabled. So this is going to be a flight with a 530, not with a 750. GPU is on. I haven't done any programming or nothing, so we're gonna get this done pretty quick here. This flight should take us roughly an hour and a half, an hour and 36 minutes, and we shouldn't have many issues other than icing. There's moderate icing between fly level 170, actually starts at fly level 160 all the way to fly level 300, fly level 300. We're going to be flying at fly level 350, so we're going to have icing, anti-ice on for sure on our climb up. Once we reach cruise altitude, we should be safe to turn it off. So that's one thing that we should keep in mind. I hope I don't forget. I didn't write down. I'm hoping to not forget that. Okay. Let's I still have to program the Garmin, so let's get going because it's gonna take a few minutes. Actually, there are many waypoints other than the star. I think the star has actually more waypoints than the whole flight, and hopefully we will have the star in our database. This is a database from March. Those are real-world database. So yeah, the Navigraph doesn't work with RXP. Anyways, let's get going. Oh yeah, and I forgot, but I also need to we need to fill up the plane. So let's move to fuel and payload. We always want 100, 100, and 100. I want to carry 5,000 for this flight. Just want to make sure my notes here that that's what I want. Yeah. Block 50. So we have 36 here. We want another 14, so 700 on each. This should bring us to 5,000. Yeah, that's good. We reset the counter, turn the pumps off, and the fuselage tank is showing us full. That's what we want to see. Okay. Sorry about that. Just want to harm this right away. The emergency light, since we're looking here this way, and as usual, let's go left to right. It's not the proper way that we should be doing. It's just gonna make it easier for us here right now. Okay, so passengers normal, oxygen we're gonna need. We're gonna be pressurizing the cabin, of course, flying at 350. Everything here looks good for now. Once we do our programming, we go through our flight plan. We'll set up the VOR ADF, the nav, the red nav. For speeds, I already have calculated. We want 126 for V1, and VR is 132. So something like that, and VR 132. Okay. Our climb, there's no seed here at Pacifico, So we're gonna fly to the VOR. There's no ATC. There's ATC around us, but there's no ATC in this here in particular. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna set 350 right away, as what we usually do when we don't have ATC. We just climb, just make our life a little bit easier. There's Panama here. There we go. And altimeter setting is 1007. There we go. So yeah, so we'll figure out the runway and everything once we go through our flight plan. We have the GPU, so we're good. What I'm gonna do is just turn the inverter and the radio so we can set everything up. We're gonna use 2000 here. And this time we're gonna try to maintain a lower vertical speed. We'll see. We'll see if we can manage. It's a good practice. And the runway, the elevation here in Panama is 52. So we're gonna set this to 1060. There you go. So yeah, let's set 2500. Should be good. And 62. Okay. Yeah, are we on in GPS mode? RMI 135 and desired track. OBS is showing 5. Okay, that looks good. That's what we want to see. Okay, no, we don't have a flight plan to import, and I don't have a flight plan done for this. So let's get the horse out of the way right away. So we're gonna be going to Taboga Island, VOR, Tango Bravo Golf. There we go. From there, Mike India Kilo Uniform Sierra Micos. There you go, Panama. There you go. Yeah, it's not Russia. From Micos, we are gonna be taking a Uniform Mike 542 airway, but we have to input on the 530. We have to input all of that by hand, so it doesn't matter. Dagas is our next waypoint. Okay. Then Colby. Okay, and always keeping an eye on track, especially track, the distance too, but the track especially to see if we are actually we didn't make a mistake on any one of the waypoints. That's gonna hurt if we make a mistake and we find out once we are already flying. So yeah, not a good thing to do. Okay, so past Colby, we're gonna be flying Bolson. Jamaica, and the star. So we're gonna add the airport. Oh. MKJS. There you go, Sangster. And that's that for now. For procedure, we're expecting runway 07. The winds are favorable 25, but it's just like 2 knots tail, and we have like 2,000 feet of runway ahead of us that we can still use, other than extra, other than what we actually need to land. So we're gonna be still gonna be flying runway 07. There's an ILS and there's the star, so we're gonna be using that. So our arrival should be Omaxi 5. Awesome, we have it there. And Balsam should be our transition. We're gonna load right away, and if we want, we can select our approach. It's gonna be ILS runway 07, and it's not gonna be vectors. Well, we'll find out, but for now we're gonna be selecting as SIA. Okay. Now, quick tip, more for real life. Put your alternate at the end once you select approach, arrival and approach. Put the alternate here. Just in case if something happens and you have to go to the alternate, you don't want to have to be flying, especially if you're flying single pilot IFR, which is extremely hard. You don't want to have to be fumbling, inputting flight plans or alternates here. You won't do that here because chances that we're going to be going to an alternate here are very slim. I have an alternate. We have fuel. I calculated fuel and everything, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother adding another because we're gonna have to delete after. It's just a little bit more work, and yeah, and I never do it on a simulator, so I don't wanna get. But yeah, very important tip when flying the 530, 430, put the alternate at the end of the flight plan. You can delete after when you wanna activate your approaches and everything, but leave the alternate there. Okay, for just gonna double check on the weather here, but I'm pretty sure it was a variable, pretty light winds here, so we could choose either or, and I decided to choose runway 36 just because it's easier. We can go straight to the VOR for runway 36. Will be much easier for us. Actually, runway 18, sorry. I wrote 36, but that's not what I want. Oh, I almost made a huge mistake here. So, yeah, runway 18. Oh, I know why I chose, because the winds have changed, and I forgot. Okay, so it's gonna be runway 36. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do an IFR departure procedure. It's not unfortunate, but it would have been much easier to fly out of runway 18, and as you can see, the desired track to the VOR is 170. So being runway 18, it will be just a straight departure straight to the VOR. But since we're gonna have to depart runway 36 on an uncontrolled IFR on an uncontrolled airspace, uncontrolled airport, we're gonna have to follow IFR departure procedures on uncontrolled airport, which is not a big deal, but we're gonna have to do that. We can't just I don't want the departure VFR, and so we're gonna follow IFR procedures. Okay, not hard with this plane. We're gonna be, I actually won't be ready to turn and proceed on course before we are legally able to do it. Okay, so that's that. The flight plan is in. We are good to go. There it is. We can check real quick just to make sure that there's no like lines going to Russia or something. No, we look good. This is gonna be our main screen. Should leave 22.8. So regarding RadNav, so you want the, of course, the Taboga Island 110. Oh, sorry, 110.0 110.0. I have to be careful the scrolling on the wheel, the mouse wheel. It's very easy to just go below the number you want, so that's why I go slowly. Yeah, so 110.0, and we can worry about the approach once we are airborne. We're gonna have lots of time, so let's not worry about that right now. So that's that. We're set. We're gonna test our terrain warning, our GPWS, our ground proximity warning system. Everything, just another reset. I don't trust that reset too much. I tend to reset a lot. Just want to make sure, yeah, we are locked. Everything looks good. So let's turn this off for a second here. So everything here looks good. Check the lights. Yes. Just real quick. Yeah, everything seems to be good. Just check the amber. Oh, I think I forgot to. Yes, I did. Ah, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. It stayed on the black screen. This time I wanted to program the the 5:30 to show, and the time that I decided to include in the stream, I forgot to turn the screen back. Anyways, well, next time I'll do it again next time. Okay, so we just want to make sure that the amber light is going. Okay, test the lights here and test the thrust reversers. Yeah, they are good. So that's all we're gonna do on this side. Let's go to the co-pilot side. We're gonna turn stall warning and anti-skid on and do our tests. Seatbelts first. Okay, looks good. Fire test. Yeah, looks good. Our autopilot and flight director test. Yeah, all the lights seem to be functional. Cabin altitude. There we go. Mach speed. Stall warning. Test left side. Angle of attack working. Left stall warning light on. Oh. Right side. And buffeting. You can see the yoke shaking. Angle of attack showing up on the right side and right stall warning light. Okay. Anti-skid outboard. Inboard. And that's that. Okay. Pressurization. We have, yeah, we want minutes nav 1. Auto. And we're gonna be flying 35. Yeah, 35. Just wanted to make sure. So 35 on the dial. And everything else looks good. Temperature is it's pretty hot here. It's close to 30 degrees. And yeah, but we have lots of runway. Yaw damper is working. Disengage autopilot. So we're good to go. See if the co-pilot on dev view. Okay, that's beautiful. We want to be able to look to see the. Okay, Let's close the doors. Door light is off. Reset one more time. Actually, I forgot we start on the other side. That's why we that's why we actually go to the other side. Okay, let's get going. Everything looks good. No warning lights that we should be worried about. Let's start engine number 2 first. There you go. Waiting for 15%. Okay. There we go. Gauges, everything looks good. Yeah. Everything's looking good. Okay, number 1. Beautiful. Okay. With that done, we can disconnect our GPU. Oh, sorry. Turn it off and disconnect. And connect our generators. Oh. That was my fault. Not paying attention. You might, that's what I was going to say. I didn't save the flight plan, so now you guys are gonna have, see? Justice, justice has been served here. I have to enter the flight plan again. I stopped saving flight plans because there's a limited 30 slots for flight plans. So, okay, let's do it quick, because now we're burning fuel. So, Taboga Island. There we go. Mykonos. Ah. Okay, Panama. Yeah, that makes sense. Dagas. Colby. And there we go. And Jamaica. Oh, what? Yeah, that was. Said, oh, that doesn't make much sense. It's MK. There you go. So just the procedure. Arrival is gonna be Omaxi 5. Bosun. Load. And the arrival. Let's just leave it for now. Well, why not? Oh, the approach, sorry. It's gonna be ILS 07. Yeah. Just wanna make sure, yeah, everything looks good. Okay, good. Just wanna double check on this arrival here. So Maxi is gonna be the last. Yeah. Yeah, so on this procedure here, on this approach, we want ILS, we want vectors. Because we're gonna be flying the star, and from Omaxi we'll go straight to Anapa. Omaxi is the intermediate fix. So, yeah, that will work better for us. Okay, we already burned 44 pounds of fuel. Let's get going. Just double checking since I have to input all the waypoints again. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Sorry about that, but at the same time I'm actually glad that it happened. So we want VOR on both. I'm actually happy that it happened because I had a chance to show. Oh yeah, and we lost the VOR again. Okay. So it's 110. There we go. 110 on both. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Just a real quick check here. Okay, we're good. So what has been decided regarding runways here? Let me check one more time. The meter is just about to, it just expired. So we should be getting a new one right away. Let's figure out just real quick what we want for runways. I should keep an eye now on vPilot. Yeah, the centers are still online, but they are just to the east. Just waiting for the new emitter. The last one was saying 310 at 5. Like I've mentioned, it will be much better to get to take off from runway 18, so we could go straight to 170 after to TBG VOR. We could still do it. It's a 4 knots tailwind, but it's not a big deal. On the approach, yeah, it will be better for us, even if we have a little bit of a tailwind. But here on departure, it's whatever. We just departure IFR, uncontrolled airspace, uncontrolled airport. I don't think there's any traffic here anyway, so come on. Just waiting for the update. let's get whatever we can ready right away. Everything else is looking good. Oh, I'm 4 minutes old already. Come on. So they don't have any more reports for the day. It's only 4 o'clock local. It is what? Yeah, 5 o'clock local there. 5 p.m. The only reason why I'm a little bit worried is because the TAF was showing thunderstorms and a shift on the wind. And I want to make sure that the winds are not all of a sudden didn't pick up. If in real life we could check the windsock, but we can't here. Okay, we're gonna go. Runway 35, I don't know. 6 minutes in, that's the 6 minutes old meter and they haven't published a new one. Yeah, that's... Anyways. We're gonna be taxiing, we're gonna be turning left then and heading towards runway 36. Yeah, 7 minutes now. And still nothing, so let's go on the radio. And that's gonna be it.
Pousou, bichinha.
E aí, viajei. Caralho, mano, pousar com mal é um inferno, vai tomar banho.
Vou sair agora pra Brasília.
Cara, não sei como é que a equipe consegue.
Na verdade, não consegue.
And Panama Pacifico traffic, good afternoon. Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. We're at the GA apron. We're going to be taxiing to holding point runway 36 via the main taxiway. Any traffic inbound on Panama Pacific, please advise Delta Bravo X-ray Papa.
E aí, Ramon, vai pra onde?
Espera, eu vou te chamar lá pra frequência.
Okay, brakes off. Let's parking brake off. Let's test our brakes. Yeah, we're good. Steering on. Mode C on on a transponder. 68 minutes in and still no meter. Okay, turning left, everything's turning, ball going to the right, so everything's looking the way it's supposed to. Turning right, same thing. So we want 004. There you go. Flaps 8. Everything else good for now. We're gonna leave the pitot heat
E aí, meu brother?
for when we line up. So we're gonna be turning left to proceed on course.
Peraí, rapidão.
Like I said, unfortunately, we're gonna have to do an IFR departure. Well, we could do a VFR, but I wouldn't try with this plane. IFR departure on uncontrolled airspace and uncontrolled airport. So we're gonna fly runway heading, and then we're gonna be turning left once we are past the minimum altitude. We're gonna be turning left and intercept the VOR. We cannot just join on course. We're gonna have to fly to the VOR. The only reason why I said main taxiway and not Alpha or Echo is that I don't know why, but this diagram, and I checked other sources too, they don't have the taxiways. So I don't know what's going on here at Panama, but the diagram doesn't have any taxiway. Doesn't have any identification on the taxiways. It just has the diagram of the taxiways, but there's no information on what's what here. So yeah, 150 pounds already wasted. We have lots, not concerned, but okay, so this is Foxtrot here. Yeah, I had no idea this was taxiway Alpha or this was holding point Fox or nothing. Has absolutely nothing. It just has the diagram. That's all I can see. And I even checked the Navigraph too. But no. I thought it was just some issue with ForeFlight. Panama Pacifico traffic, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, lining up runway 36, IFR departure, and our first waypoint will be Tango Bravo Golf VOR. And we're going to be proceeding to Jamaica, Montego Bay, fly level 350. Any traffic inbound Panama Pacific, please advise Kilo Echo Delta Bravo X-ray Papa. Okay. Strobe, Pito. And turn steering lock off right away. I start lining up or backtrack. I wasn't going to backtrack, but then I thought, might as well. There's no. Should have called anyways. Backtracking. So like I said, let's try something a little bit better. 2500. And we'll go from there. Okay, just a quick, since we have time, quick last check. Okay, pressurization, normal. Everything is looking good. Yeah, let's get going. Hold the brakes. %, release. V1, rotate. So yeah, so let's bring the power down right away and try to maintain a decent rate of climb. Panama Pacifico traffic, Learjet 25, Delta Bravo X-Ray Papa, airborne runway 36, runway heading, leaving 2100 to fly level 350, and we're going to be turning left pretty soon towards Tango Bravo Golf VOR. Delta Bravo X-Ray Papa, Panama. And there's the canal. Pretty nice. Actually, let's fly a little bit more so we can see the canal. And then we turn. We're gonna be turning left, so you're gonna see the canal one more time. So yeah, so way more reasonable departure, climbing 2,000 feet per minute. We're gonna turn our our NTIs. Actually, let's wait a little bit. I don't want this to overheat. Yeah, there's the canal. We might go off course a little bit just because I want to see it too. I've never seen it before. Let's bank here a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. We're gonna turn left and come back here. So legally we are allowed already to turn. I just want to go past the canal so we can see the canal again on the left side. Okay, let's turn left. Go to a and I think that one is the other main airport. I'm not too sure. I've never been here before, but I know there's the other major airport. Okay, let's increase our bank here. Let's do a little bit better. I just don't want to miss the canal. Try to maintain a coordinated turn here on the simulator. That's quite difficult. Oh, there you go. There it is. Let me just okay. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That is really nice. Okay. Let's get going. Let's turn our autopilot on. Heading mode for now. Oh, I forgot that we kept turning past the west. Just to see the canal. Okay, let's maintain our 250 knots on our climb here at 90% RPM for now. Okay, now that we're done, let's clean up and take care of everything. And turn our anti-ice on. And we can proceed, we can turn, flip it to GPS and go direct Taboga Island VOR. So we activate direct. It's not gonna turn now. We set GPS and navigation lock. That would engage the GPS. Not forgetting to flip from nav to slave the autopilot from the red nav or our heading bug to the GPS. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Oh, that was my bad. I know we're past 19, but I like to keep 305, 310 on a climb. That's why the alarm didn't sound, because it's 14,000. We were past the bird strike alarm. And 014 will be the next one. I just want to set this up so we can actually watch this, because this is really nice. I just want to make sure everything's set up here. I don't want to overspeed or nothing. A nice view. You get a nice view out of the Learjet. It's really nice. Why doesn't it want me to set the course to 116? Oh, for... yeah. Interesting. Anyways. Pretty sure that's what I read there, 116. This won't be 116. Anyways, we're finally proceeding on course. Let's change the field for now. We don't need vertical speed right now. So yeah, let's keep climbing, just keeping in mind that there's a possibility of icing here until we reach our ForeFlight is showing thunderstorms in a region just up ahead of us. So we'll see. Everything else is looking good. Pressurization, everything. Our fuel flow should be 1643, so 800 for each fuel flow, 800 pounds per hour or each engine, and we're gonna bring it down and set it up right now. So that's 900. This is, we're gonna put in between. There we go. Looks about right. We should be getting 7, maybe max 7.7. That's usually what it is. We'll see. 7.5, 7.7. We'll see. True airspeed should be 445. We're gonna check once we settle down a little bit here, and we should start thinking about the approach to set up the 530 right away. So the ILS is 1095, which we have there, and the Sangster VOR is 115.7, so we can set this right away on F2. We should be okay now. We'll leave 110 here, Toboga Island, for now, because we're still close. We're only 32 miles. 33 DME from the VOR. So we're gonna set one. We're gonna leave the nav 1 on Toboga Island VOR here, but we're gonna leave already 105.7 for Sangster, which we're gonna be using in the approach, and we're gonna be using to fly the star. At least double check the radios once we are flying the star. It's not our RNAV star. It is a conventional old star. Okay. Just wanted to make sure the auto zoom was enabled. We lost a little bit of power there. Just gonna bring it back. Okay, so since we're past the, oh no, this we want on. Since we're past the the freezing. Actually not the freezing. I was going to the freezing level. The icing report area. We just want to double check on a briefing here. Yes, it was between 160 and 290, 300, something like that. We should be good now. We're gonna keep an eye just in case, but we should be good to turn it off right now. But we're definitely gonna keep an eye on. So yeah, for the arrival and the approach, we want 1095, 1157. That's basically all the radio navigation that we need. We won't need any. We don't have any NDBs or anything else. So pretty straightforward. If we are shooting ILS 07, the decision height is 300, so we can set this one up right away. There you go. I know there's still we still have an hour and 16 minutes to go, but it's always good to be proactive here in the cockpit. Winds are still variable 2 knots. That's 30 minutes old meter, and it's marginal VFR because of the ceiling. Broken 2200 CBs reported. Temperature is 29 plus 29. Dew point is plus 25, and QNH there is 1011. So no winds, but the clouds are, yeah. We should be getting into some storms once we reach the area there. We are just about to reach also the area reported with the thunderstorms. It's active. Surface to 52,000 MSL, means sea level. So it's an active SIGMET. It is actually active. So I can see on a ForeFlight. It's just up ahead here. It doesn't look that bad here in the simulator, but it's bad in real life. I need to set up for the CDI to auto slew with the GPS. There's no point on having this on GPS and not having the CDI moving automatically to match the GPS. I understand on nav mode, but on GPS mode. Okay, so yes, so yeah, I should talk a little bit about what the plan is here. So the plan is to go all the way back to Calgary, all the way back home. That's where I first started this journey. Went through a bunch of places in Canada and the US. Decided to go down to Florida, and then went to, actually didn't make it to Florida. Went to Bermuda, and from Bermuda to Nassau, Jamaica, and Jamaica, Panama here. But been to a lot of places in the US and Canada. And the idea is to go back home, to go back to Calgary. And once we reach Calgary, we're gonna we just acquired a new airplane. We pulled some of our money from our investments and bought a new BizJet. So the idea is to fly that to keep flying the Learjet in Europe, but in North America, because of the distances, to fly something that has a little bit more range. And that thing has a lot of more range, but I'm not planning on doing like extremely long range long haul flights. But that's the idea. We want to go home so we can get our new plane. So once we reach Calgary, we're gonna be able to get our new plane, and we're gonna be starting a new adventure, going to places that well, not that we can't go with the Learjet, but will be much easier being able to fly longer longer distances, right? So that's the plan. So we're gonna be going back to home. I was going to cross to South America from here for Panama. That was my original idea. I thought, okay, let's go to South America. We go to Ecuador, we go to Colombia, we go to Brazil, Argentina, Chile. But then I said, you know what? I'd much rather go back home. We get the new plane. I'm excited. Bought it. Spent a lot of money on it. Spent a lot of money on it. And it's all ready to go there. I love the Learjet, but I want to try the new plane. That plane cost us a few $1,000,000. So yeah, we don't want to keep the plane there and not just sitting in our hangar. So yeah, we are not selling this one, we're keeping. So we're gonna put this one back in the hangar and take the other one out, and we'll fly with the other one, and then we'll see. I don't know. The being able to fly longer distances is a good thing, but a bad thing at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. But the idea is definitely to come to South America with a new plane. It's gonna be much easier. We won't have to be hopping so much. Not that it's a bad thing, it's actually nice, but it will be nice being able once in a while, if you wanna do a right 2,500 miles flight, we'll just do it. It is going to be more comfortable for you guys. That's for sure. It's a much more comfortable airplane. And for me too. The Learjets are not known for being comfortable. For the pilots. Okay. Keep an eye on VPilot. Keep an eye on our flight plan, and let's set up our VNAV. VNAV is not done automatically, so we have to input our numbers. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 13,000. I usually do 5 miles. Oh, I need to delete the MKJS there. Actually, let's do 5 miles, Boston. Yeah, that's good. And let's do Let's do 1800. There we go. 47 minutes to go. Should we put VSR right away? Yeah, sure. Yeah. That will work for us. So yeah, we're just flying through the area there, and thunderstorms, the active thunderstorms area. But here it doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, there's some stuff going on, but well, lucky for us, we won't have to deal with nothing, really. So 12:59. Yeah, we wasted a lot of fuel on the ground. I'm not worried about the fuel. It's not a concern. It's just too bad because you do the calculations, and I always like to see how close it is from right, using the real world tables. But now kind of went down the drain a little bit. That delay cost us a little bit of fuel, but still a good way to we can still use it and cross check with between what the SimBrief I don't know, I always say SimBrief. I don't even use SimBrief ever. What ForeFlight is saying, and what the simulator is doing, and what our calculations are saying, because I don't go too much with through what I use as a reference for ForeFlight as saying regarding fuel burn and everything, but I still do the calculation, just don't go through whatever ForeFlight says. So so we have three different sources here. The actual simulator, what the simulator is doing, what ForeFlight is saying that the plane should be doing, the real plane, and what our calculations based on real tables for the real plane is giving us. So it's always good to cross-check between the three. I always do at the end of the flight, kind of on a debriefing the flight. So it's nice to have an idea how close all that stuff is. So yeah. Still keeping an eye on a vPilot here. Always checking, just to make sure that there's no ATC. Actually, Jamaica is a pretty busy region too on VATSIM here during the week. Late, usually around 7-8 p.m. Together with Nassau. I always see Jamaica and Nassau online, which is gonna be Kingston Radar, if my memory serves me right. It's Kingston Radar for Jamaica there. So yeah, so we might have a good surprise once we get close to Jamaica. We might get some kind of ATC. We'll see. It's 7:15 p.m. now, local there. So let me just double check on the time. No, correct. It's a 7:45. Quarter to 6, yeah. Okay. We'll see. This is too easy here today. I think that I'm forgetting something. What we can do, I said that I wanted to check the airspeed. So let's check our true airspeed here. Oh, sorry. 431. So we had calculated 445. That's pretty close. So yeah, no complaints. And if you want to check the fuel, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not concerned. I'm gonna zoom in this one so you guys can read. I should have done that on actually, yeah, let's do it again. So I always like to enter even though the numbers are being pulled from the airplane, the systems. So yeah, we are getting a true airspeed of 431. And just want to check the fuel. So present position to, I was going to say Kingston, to Montego Bay. So this is our fuel flow. This is our fuel on board, our ground speed required to destination. Left to the fuel on board, reserve in terms of time, our endurance, our range, and efficiency. This is the required, the fuel on board that we're gonna have there, and how much reserve we're gonna have once we reach Montego Bay, and this is right now. And that's what I usually do, 1 hour reserve from destination. When the alternate is close by. So our alternate will be Kingston, and it's not, it's a 20 minutes flight, not even that. So that's that. Oh yeah, we went through the problem there with no, well, the dangerous region there with no issues, which is good. Skies are looking good here, but we know that it's not it won't last for too long because the weather is not supposed to be that good in Montego Bay. And we should be getting a new meter in 15 minutes or so. So we're gonna check again. We have 1 hour left in our flight, less than an hour, 57 minutes, according to ForeFlight. Sorry, just needed some water. So yeah, 56 minutes now. We're doing pretty good. The winds are helping. As you can see, 60 knots. So it's helping a little bit. We have a ground speed of 444. And once again, our true airspeed is 433, and we're doing Mach 7.3, I would say. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the tooltip shows it. Mach 7.3. So, yeah, that's pretty good. There you go, nice view. That was pretty cool to be able to see the canal there. I wasn't expecting that. I knew the airport was close to the canal, but I had no idea. I didn't do any research to actually see what direction that the canal was, and so. But yeah, no, that was really nice. So the plan is, it's not set in stone or nothing, but the plan is from Jamaica here to not go back to the Bahamas, not go back to Nassau, just go straight to Florida. So just go back to the US, and then we go up. We follow the coast, the east coast in the US, go up to New York State, then cross to Chicago, maybe, then keep going west in the United States, not cross the border to Canada, until we reach a place that we can actually go straight to Calgary. So the way in coming here, I went I went eastbound in Canada, and then I went down. So this time going back, we're gonna go westbound in the US, and then go up once we reach a point that we can make it to Calgary, straight to Calgary. So that's the plan. So we're not gonna be visiting the Bahamas or Bermuda or nothing this time, like we did coming down here. We're just gonna go North America right away, US first, and cross the US, go westbound in the US, and then go up north to Calgary. That's the plan. It might change, but that's my idea. And we should be visiting some nice places on our way back to Calgary. Calgary should be the only major airport that we're gonna be using in North America. So yeah, even though we're going to New York, Chicago, we won't be going to, right, LaGuardia or JFK. No, we're gonna be we're flying the GLJ. We're flying accordingly. So we're gonna be visiting executive airports, and yeah. So yeah, hope you enjoy. I'll probably gonna be streaming all the flights. I didn't stream all the flights coming down here and all the way down to Panama. But the plan is to stream now the journey back to Calgary, and then start streaming our new plane. And like I said, the idea is in Europe to keep flying the Learjet, just because there's so many countries, so much variety in a pretty short distance, that it's to me it's more versatile to have the Learjet in Europe than it is in North America. So that's the idea behind switching planes and flying in Europe. Flying, well, like the Learjet can easily go from London City, which I've done, all the way to Rome or southern Italy. It looks right. The distances are not long at all, so it will be more suitable for the Learjet. for us to be flying the Learjet there than anything else, anything long range. So we'll keep the Learjet there, and in North America we'll fly, which is gonna end up being an Americas tour. We're gonna be doing North America, Central, and South America. We won't have any trouble doing that. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out well for us. I don't see why not. The worst part has been done, spending millions of dollars on a plane. Yeah. Okay, 49 minutes to go. We can check our VNAV here real quick. 29 minutes for our beginning of our descent. And we're gonna try to keep 1800. It's gonna go a little bit. I don't think 18 will be. I just wanted to keep a shallow descent. I really didn't want to go 2500. We'll see. I just wanna, the same with the takeoff. I just wanna see if I can, if I have the skills to maintain not so aggressive. Even though I know that they fly the plane like this, they climb fast and then they dive. That's the the nice thing about the plane, right? That's the pleasure that the pilots take from the plane is. That only, because the rest is just miserable. But I wanna see if I wanna see if I have the skills to go a little bit more smooth with the plane, and that's the idea too. That's why I wanted to keep a lower vertical speed on a climb, not as not climbing as fast as we usually do. At least the initial climb after the takeoff. So okay, let me check VPilot again. Yeah, nothing in range right now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep looking. Everything else is looking good. Fuel, not a concern, but still looking good. Just as a reference, we are what 60 minutes from Colby, our next waypoint, and according to ForeFlight, we should by Colby we should have burned almost 3,000, 2,800 pounds of fuel, which is way off, in my opinion. It is a little bit more realistic in a real world scenario, where you just not by yourself at the airport with no ATC, so we just go whenever we are ready. There's no delays, there's no waiting for other traffic. But still. So we're doing good. I always make sure that we have enough fuel. I add the alternate always, and I add another 45 minutes for reserve. Well, we do the legal. So we have our flight to our destination, shoot one approach, one overshoot, another flight to the alternate, shoot one on approach of the alternate, and I add a 45 minutes on top of all that. Reserve. So that will be the ICAO minimum will be 30 minutes, but I add 45. It's a little bit more than a VFR, so has a little bit more restrictions than a VFR, than under a VFR flight plan. Everything's still looking good, all the gauges, everything looks good. Temperature and the wing temperature looks good. Our pressurization is good. We'll get an alarm anyways. Now that we are on our cruise, if it's looking good, it should look good, unless we have a malfunction. But then we're gonna get an alarm right away. But anyways, it's always good to keep an eye. The hydraulic pressure, oxygen, everything looks good, so everything's as good as it can be. The winds are helping. The weather is helping, at least in this portion of the flight. Still have hopes that things are gonna be gonna improve in Montego Bay. There's 62 minutes now. So it's 2 minutes past the hour. We should be getting a new meter pretty soon. Let's see what's going on there. Already ready here. Waiting for the new one. If you're wondering, I use AeroWeather for meters and taps. I've been using for many years on the phone, and I love it. Improved the amount of features compared to the beginning as just like it's so handy. It is amazing. I love it. That's what I use in real life to check weather and runway and everything. Density, altitude. It gives you everything that you need. So that's what I use for meter staffs and flight planning, especially doing my flight planning, when I'm doing my flight planning, so I can get density, altitude, pressure, altitude, station elevation, everything in one, and freezing level too. Gives you local times. It's great. Okay, 4 minutes. We should be getting in the next 2 minutes or so. And we're gonna be arriving there. The sun will still be up, so it's gonna be a nice, nice approach there. Hopefully the ceiling will help when it's not one thing as the other. I always try to fly during the day or daytime, so we can appreciate the scenery, right? It's nice to fly at night too. I personally, in real life, I'd much rather fly at night for many reasons. It's way more comfortable too. But here in the simulator, I much rather fly during the day so we can actually appreciate the scenery. You know, it's nice to see the lights and everything, even here in the simulator, but it's much nicer to be able to see the scenery. But so we'll see. I hope the clouds don't block too much from us, especially when we're flying a nice area like this, Jamaica, and like it was at Panama here, right? Those nice regions. It's nice to be able to appreciate the view and the scenery. Okay, so once we see once we get close to 1800 feet here per minute, it means that we're close to our top of descent, because that's what we selected as a profile. So as you can see, 19 minutes, the number still keeps increasing or decreasing, depends on how you want to look at it. So once it reaches 1800, which was the profile that we selected, it means that we are right on top of our top of descent. So we'll keep an eye. Once we start getting close to 1800, we'll know that we are approaching our top of descent. We'll do our go through our checklist, set up our altitude on the for the cabin altitude selector there, which is gonna be sea level. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to check the elevation on the airport and set up it doesn't really matter. If the airport's 100, 200, 300 feet, if you put 300 feet or sea level, 1,000 or sea level, it makes absolutely no difference. So don't get too picky on smaller details. It really, like, I have no idea what the elevation is, but I know it's an island, and the airport is by the water, so it cannot be 10,000 feet, right? So I just go sea level. That's good enough. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna check here to see the elevation. I hope I don't. Yeah, airport elevation is 4 feet. So it's a 4-foot elevation for the airport. So you don't have to go and select 4 feet, 10 feet, 100 feet. You just put sea level. That's good enough. For this, right? For cabin pressurization, it's not gonna be. It won't be pressurizing anything anymore, anyways. At 100 feet or 300 feet, there's no more pressurization in the cabin. So it doesn't really matter. It is more for the more for the rate that the rate that the differential, the rate that the pressure the pressure the cabin will be depressurized from in terms of how low we're gonna be descending from our current altitude. But really, you don't need to be too peaky. 100, 200, 300 is all sea level. Half an hour to go. That's for our destination. Still no ATC. I want to go double check the procedures because we have to redo it. Just want to make sure that we have what we were planning to. OMAXI 5, runway 07, and ILS runway 07. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we can have an idea where we are right now. So we left Panama, and we are just like getting pretty close to Jamaica. We should be able to see Jamaica pretty soon here. So yeah. So we're going to be descending to flight level 130, actually 13,000. What's the transition level? Okay, so it's North America standard flight level 180. So yeah, we're going to be descending to 13,000 feet. That's going to be our initial altitude. And then we're going to keep going down once we are past. We're gonna keep going down all the way to 4,000, all the way to 3,000, correction. And then once we reach our intermediate fix, so Maxi, which is the end of the star, we're gonna be descending to 1,800, 1,800 when we're gonna intercept the final approach fix, Anapa. So that's 1,800 will be our final approach fix intercept altitude. And for the missed approach, we want 3,000 feet. So yeah, 13,000, 3,000, and 1,800. Yeah, Jamaica should be popping out there pretty soon. Checking VNAV again, 1910, so another 12 minutes. Oh, 19, no, correction, 915. So another 12, roughly 12 minutes. And we should be ready to go. I want to just double check the briefing here again. Yeah, the descent should be okay in terms of icing. It was just a climb until we reached Colby here. Yeah, this Colby here is still, there's moderate icing. Roughly at flight level 290. So once we are past this area here, we should be good to descend. So we won't be using any anti-ice, but we are of course gonna keep a stab and a wing heat until we don't need anymore, and a pitot heat all the way down. Okay, let's flip this. So 1095, this is gonna be the ILS, and 1157, which we already have. We're probably gonna get that one first, so we're gonna try to ident the nav2 first, and we have both on VORs. And then we ident the localizer. Just checking again, I want to see how close we're gonna be from empty wing tanks. Yeah, we have 700 roughly left on each, and according to ForeFlight, another half an hour. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to we're definitely gonna have to turn the transfer from the fuselage tank before our approach, but for now we'll keep it like this. We're getting pretty close. I'm actually surprised that we're not seeing clouds or anything, even though this is we are gonna be the Montego Bay is the northwest, if we can say that. I don't know what they call that, the region. It's northwest of Jamaica, so we are approaching from the south. We're gonna be flying over a land for a little bit before we actually get to the airport. The airport is not on the south side here. So, and if it's a system that it's just concentrated on a particular small area, right, we won't be able to see it from here. But I think I can see land. To me this looks like land. So we're getting close, getting closer and closer. Also getting closer to our 1800 VSR, or our 1800 profile, and nav2 as expected just connected. Let's try to ident that. Hopefully we'll get it right away. Yes. So if you don't know, localizers are much weaker than VORs. That's why I thought that we were gonna be able to get the VOR first, way before we can actually get the localizer. So always go for the, if you're en route somewhere, always, if you're gonna ident, always ident the VOR first. You're definitely gonna get the VOR way before you get the localizer. So yeah, we got the VOR Sangster VOR. And still no ATC. Yeah, I wanted to see this coral reef or something. Yeah, there's something there, definitely. Too. Yeah, this is really looks really nice too. Okay, 1200. We have the alarm on the VNav, so it's not, but we have 6 minutes left. Should be a pretty straightforward approach too. The star's gonna take us straight to the right straight ahead on the localizer to intercept the localizer. Yeah, still showing variable 2 knots. Still marginal VFR, broken 2,200 CBs. Temperature still 29, plus 29. QNH 1011. Oh, and we can see a few clouds there, but this has nothing to do with the system. Like I said, we're far away from Montego Bay. Still, we can still have a few surprises once we get closer to. But yeah, variable 2 knots. So yeah, we are setting this on stone here. We're gonna be using runway 07. So yeah, runway 07 should work for us. We're gonna make a few calls. We have an approach, so it's we have an arrival, so that's nice too. Montego Bay traffic, good afternoon, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo, X-Ray Papa. We are 123 miles south of the field inbound for landing. We're planning for Omaxi 5 arrival, ILS runway 07. Right now we're cruising at flight level 350, and we should be starting our descent in 5 minutes. Our estimated time en route, our estimated time of arrival is 2345. Any traffic inbound, please advise. Delta Bravo X-Ray Papa, Montego Bay. Okay. Okay. Let's check everything, make sure that everything looks good. You won't be using NTIs. Yeah, everything is looking good. We'll flip the radio altimeter on a little bit later. Yeah, everything is looking good. Gauges, everything is looking good. You can even set up this to nav2 for now. We want to set down, and let's go down. There we go. Now just manage the speed. And let's get our our weather radar ready, since we know that there are CBs and some systems going on there. We wanna be ready if we have to. If we have to navigate through anything. Yeah, 1900 is working pretty well. Being able to maintain 250. It's a little bit steeper than we actually need right now. We need 1470, so 1500, but we'll take it. It's stable. I don't wanna have to mess with anything. You wanna make for a much pleasant ride for the passengers. So it's stable. It's going. Just gonna add a touch more power. We're just on the verge of going below 75%, which wouldn't have been a good thing. Being at 30,000 feet, there's ForeFlight giving us the ATIS for Montego Bay. Bring the power down again. Like I said, we have to keep an eye on the power as we descend through the layers. There's one thing that I don't like about this panel, is I have no idea what kind of what gain I have set up here. So all I know is that the end is auto, so I always put on auto because it's very hard when you don't have anything showing on screen. Once you get something on screen, it's easy to set up a gain. It's a little bit more, but until you get something in the screen, it's really hard. So I keep rolling to make sure that we are on auto mode. That's the only complaint that I have on this panel. It's not being able to know, and it doesn't even have a stop. It never stops. It just keeps going. We already reached the auto selection, which is the last one to the right, but you can still keep going. That's the only thing that I really wish it was a little bit better. Keep an eye on pressurization, especially the differential. Make sure the differential stays in the green. The green arc there. Okay, we have set. No, we don't. So we can set right now our VREF. Which is 114. So we're going down to 13 until the first waypoint past Bolson here, and then we're gonna descend to 3,000, and we want to be at 3,000 by Homaxi, our initial approach fix, the end of our start. Don't need to worry about the radio altimeter too much here, especially here, right? Because we are over the ocean. But let's set it up, and wing heat and stab and wing heat we're gonna be turning off. It should be warm enough now that we won't have to deal with it. Being a little bit more aggressive on a tilt here. Montego Bay traffic, good afternoon, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-Ray Papa, 7 minutes south of Boston for the Omaxi 5 arrival, ILS runway 07, leaving flight level 195 to 13,000. Any traffic inbound Montego Bay, please advise Delta Bravo X-Ray Papa, thank you. Double check our fuel here, especially the wing, both wings. Yeah, 500 pounds left. Yeah, we're gonna be activating the transferring from the fuselage tank. There's our gap. So we should be flying the 195 radial. We can always double check with our RMI here. Makes it very much easier with an RMI than a standard VOR to track radials inbound and outbound. Much easier too to fly holds when you have an RMI, to visualize and figure out what kind of entry you're gonna have to execute. RMIs are great. Okay, so we're gonna maintain 13,000 until we're past the first the next waypoint after we start our we enter our star. Just double checking vPilot here. So there's 1,000 to go. Warning. Everything's looking good. Yeah, the temperature on the wings are good now. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Everything's looking good. Our differential and the pressure is good too. Everything's looking great. Once we start descending, once we start our descent again to 3,000, we're gonna do our last items here, just so we don't leave everything to the end, for the end. I'm gonna start at 3 degrees. Let's see. And we're gonna announce once we enter the star. And we could even set up a new VNav, but really we'll just let's see, 3,000. Oh, I cannot forget to on the flight plan here to delete this delete that and we're not gonna be doing the speeds, so that's why VNav is saying that in a minute and a half we have to start descending if you want to be 3,000 5 miles before maxi on a 1,800 feet per minute profile. The thing is, we are legally we're not allowed to do that because there's an altitude constraint, but there's not much of a concern because soon we're gonna be slowing down, especially once we hit 10,000. We're gonna slow down quite a bit, so these numbers are all gonna be off. That's why I'm not too concerned about it, and I wasn't even planning on doing a VNav, putting numbers for the VNav. So this is the point where we're gonna start a descent to 3,000, but we're gonna slow down quite a bit, so there's not much. So just a short DME arc here, and we're gonna be ready on final. Montego Bay traffic, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, just inbound Bossum on Omaxi 5 arrival for the ILS runway 07. We're right now maintaining 3000, and we're gonna be descending to 3000 feet pretty shortly. Any traffic inbound Montego Bay, please advise. Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, thank you. So yeah, not too much, not too concerned. Soon we're gonna be able to go below 75% too on the engines. We only need 900 more feet to be able to do that. So as soon as we start our descent, we're gonna arm the reverse thrusters. I should have said thrust reversers. Sorry. And it didn't sound right, that's why I stopped it, so that doesn't sound. And we're gonna be good to go. We're only gonna be needing flaps. Just a quick test here on a GPWS. And we can turn the fan on since it's probably pretty warm. And we don't want to keep the air conditioner on for on the approach. Okay, 1 minute to go. And we're gonna slow down. So we have roughly 4 minutes to a maxi. Flying 300 knots ground speed. Which is not gonna, we're gonna, oh, there's the low fuel warning. So great. We're gonna start transferring from the fuselage tank, and we should have the light going off, so that's good. Okay, let's go down. 3,000 feet. There's the localizer. So everything's looking good. What's the last check? So the course will be 072, which we can set right away with our bug, heading bug. And the course keeps changing, of course, because we are flying a DME arc. How's it to go? Montego Bay traffic, Learjet 25 Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, turning final ILS runway 07. Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Montego Bay. So now we're gonna go down to 1800. So VLOC, approach. And this is Jamaica. And that's the runway. Flaps 20. Montego Bay traffic, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa on short final. Last runway 07, Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Montego Bay. Let's turn the autopilot off. Stream a little bit better here. Set our missed approach altitude. That's a nice touch to see all this traffic in the water here. That's really nice.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
GPWS off. He always cries. Even though we are just a touch off of the glide slope and higher than the glide slope, he's still complaining. So, yeah. Decision height. Continue. Reversers. That was a nice landing. Okay. Don't need reverses anymore. Let's just roll with it. Flaps up. So this is gonna be Bravo. So this is exactly where we were going, the FBO here at Bravo. Montego Bay traffic. Delta Bravo X-ray Papa cleared runway 07 at Bravo, and we're going to be taxiing to the FBO just up ahead. Delta Bravo X-ray Papa, Montego Bay. Well, that was nice. That was pretty nice. First time here in Montego Bay, I always go to Kingston. So it's nice to... I actually was very pleased with those cruise ships by the coast there. That was a very nice touch. The cabin is so bright. The instrument is bright too, but the cabin is... So yeah, no, that was a really nice approach. It was a decent landing too. Oh, just not too sure. Okay, so we're gonna be Bravo, kind of a Bravo Alpha kind of stray there. Yeah, we're gonna be parking by those citation or being too conservative here on this taxi. Yeah, no, that was nice. I was very happy. I wish we had time to do more, to keep going. Oh, it was really nice. It's always a joy. I love flying this plane. It is quite amazing. Extreme prototypes are... Extreme Prototypes team was just amazing. What an amazing job they did with this particular plane here. I wonder what that is. Just in front of us here. I wonder if we follow this I just want to park facing the exit there. I just don't want to get stuck facing the wall there, not having enough room to turn. We should just park here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll just park here. Oh, it's a helipad. Oh. Not enough differential braking here. Or not enough engine power. There we go. We're straight. Steering off. And skid off. Yeah. Parking brake is on. Yeah, no, that was nice. Love it. Really nice. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, because this was pretty nice. Let's open the doors right away. Okay, so I just want to make sure we can turn our transponder off, nav 1 off, and we don't have to, we can just disconnect from now. Yeah, there you go, disconnected. So COM 1 off, or 530 is going off. Everything else looks good. Everything else is off. Yeah, beacon, landing lights off. Inverters go off. and our master is going off. No. So there it is. We are done. Oh, before that, there you go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a great time. I sure love it. It was a nice flight. It was a very nice approach here. Very nice scenery. Just beautiful. Runway 26 guys did a great job. Love it. Both. They did Montego Bay and Kingston, and they are both excellent for a very cheap for a very cheap price. It's €5 for each one of the airports at Sim Market, like €5. It is a steal. It's just amazing, just an amazing airport, both of them. It's just that we are on the FBO here. We won't be able to see much. Oh, look at that, just awesome. That's an awesome shot of the cruiser there. We won't be able to see the terminal, but yeah, they all have terminal. It is amazing, like amazing. It's hard to believe that they charge €5 for this. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you, like I said, I hope you appreciate it. It was an amazing flight. I loved it. Look at the detail on the traffic there. And we're gonna keep going. So from here, we're probably gonna be going to Florida. And then we're gonna keep going, flying all the way back home to Calgary. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of the day, night, depending on when you're watching, a week or weekend. I really appreciate if you have any comments, questions or concerns, anything, please leave a message in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to read and reply, or make the adjustments necessary to make this stream, these videos more pleasant to you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time for that you are taking to watch these videos, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye bye.